Hey there, role players from YouTube, Vimo, outer space, and the multiverse. This is Rhaegar here for another video. This video is going to be about the mechanics of Dresden, specifically the core mechanic that is used pretty much universally to do everything. You know, once you know this, you can play Dresden pretty much. You can roll for things, you know how it works. One of the things I love about this game is the mechanics are pretty simple to grasp and don't take long to explain, as I'm about to demonstrate. But first I must mention that the Dresden RPG is based on the Fate Core books. Now I don't know if the Fate Core rules are the same for every book that's based on it, or they're all individual, because it's the first Fate game I've played. But I can tell you how it works in Dresden. Okay? So, the dice, right? All you need for Dresden is 4 fudge dice. And what fudge dice are is they're little D6s with 3 symbols on them, which are a plus, a minus, and a blank. Right? So just in case you didn't get that, you get a plus, a minus, and a blank. And what these represent is, as you can imagine, if you roll a plus on the dice, you get to add a plus to your skill. If you get a minus, you minus from your skill. If you get a blank, nothing happens. Okay? If you don't have fudge dice or don't want to use them, you can use a D6. One of these traditional bad boys. Okay? And how it works on a D6 is that a 1 to 2 is a minus, a 3 to 4 is a blank, and a 5 to 6 is a plus. And how this works is that when you ask for a roll, you roll all 4 fudge dice, or D6, and you work out if collectively you get a bonus, nothing happens, or a minus. And you compare it to a skill rank. Hopefully I can have one shown here, if you have a look at it. And the skill ranks go from, I believe, -1 or 2 to 8. But they can go off the scale. All this represents is the difficulty and how competent you are with something. The difficulty is the number on the skill chart you have to pass. And your skill rank, which will be on your character sheet, which I will talk about in another video, always another video of me, is how good you are at something. And what the fudge dice do is they determine how good you are at that time when you're actively making an effort at it. Okay? So, you know, if you're just walking around, you know, having a stroll in the park, you don't need to roll on, say, your athletic skill. But if something jumps out at you suddenly and you want to get out of the way, you do. If you're actually trying to remove yourself. And you would roll the 4 dice and see how it works. For example, if you got a minus and a minus and a blank, you would have a -2 to your skill check. If you rolled, say, a plus and a minus and a plus and a blank, you would have a +1 to your skill, because the plus and the minus cancel each other out. Right? And say if that wasn't your athletic skill, you would have a +1 to whatever it is. If it was 4, it would be now a 5 in this instance. Yeah. Easy to understand, guys. Very simple. Nice skill chart that you always seem to refer to as a player. You know, if you've done well. Well, the GM will tell you if you succeeded, but it all comes from there. Okay. Another thing to keep in mind is that the degrees of success is that you get on your rolls. If you just get the required number you pass and nothing else happens. You pass, you succeed, and you know, well done. However, if from rolling the fudge dice you get a +1 over the difficulty, you get a minor shift. You know, you succeeded pretty well, so you might succeed a bit more than you expected. And again, if you get 2 shifts, you succeed even more, and the DM may place upon, say, an aspect on the scene because of your success. For instance, you bounded over the person who was trying to attack you. You were so fast, you were so light on your feet, you actually jumped over them, and in surprise, you knocked them down. So they put the aspect of falling on your ass. But don't worry about aspects right now. Again, that is in another video. Coming soon, guys. Coming soon. So that's another thing to bear in mind, is that the degree of success can affect how well you do. One thing about Dresden though is that any negative shifts, say you got -2 under the difficulty, like say it was a 3 and you got a 1 on the skill chart, then you failed, but it doesn't give you any kind of negative consequence. However, of course, every GM runs his game a little bit different, so the person you may be in a game with might decide to put something like that in place as a, you know, as a homebrew rule. I can't tell you how the GMs run their games, but I can tell you how it works in the books. Okay, so that was pretty simple, guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little explanation on the merits of the Fate dice rules. Until next time. Okay. Hey guys, Rhaegar back for some bonus DLC video content. I thought it prudent to just go through a few examples with the dice so you can see what I was getting at, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, this is actually my character sheet that I play in my home group's Dresden campaign called Connor. So, lucky you for getting to see this prized character. I really like it. And I sound really tired on these videos today. Apologies. Right. So, as you can see, these are the skills that my character has. Okay. And where they are and why they're there is not important right now. But the numbers to the left are what we're focusing on. So say, for example, we have a great +4 skill at fists and athletics. So, say for example, it was gonna take a 5 difficulty to hit my opponent. Now I've got a 4 skill, so I'm pretty good at fists. But in that moment of combat, do I actually hit the guy, or girl, or creature, or demon, or hopefully not a vampire? So we'll roll the dice and see what happens. Right, so you see the 1 there? That's a minus. So currently I am at 3 in fists. To the right is a 4, which is a blank, which doesn't change anything. So it's still a minus. As we go to the left, unfortunately, bad news for Connor. Another 2 1s, which means I've got a total of -3 to hit right now. So my great fists is now been reduced to an average. Man, it's like actually playing in the game right now. Right, so I unfortunately failed to hit. However, when it comes to the other guy's turn, do I manage to get out of the way? With my 4+4 athletics, I should be pretty nimble and get out of the way, right? Let's see what happens. So we've got a 5 there. Nice, that is a +1. Good times, guys, good times. And a 3, so that's a blank. So, still a +1. Getting good. Oh no, there's a 1. Which means that previous 5 has been null and void, so back down to 4. But look, a 6. Yes, finally, a plus. So I'm now at 5 athletics. And say for argument's sake, I only had to dodge for a 4. I've succeeded pretty well. Pretty nimble on my feet. Good times, right? Good times. May not be hitting anything, but I can get out of the way. Of course, you can also roll for skills that you don't have any kind of skill in. So, for instance, I don't believe I have the driving skill on my character sheet. Nope. So, say that I had to, in a moment of madness, have to drive a van or escape in a car, hopefully something nice like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, maybe an Aston Martin. But you know, it's Dresden, so it'll probably be a 3-wheeler or something. Alright, so I try my driving skill, and just on a starts up at 0, plus a 5 gives me a +1, but then the 1 takes it back down to 0, then a 5 and a 3. Now, 3 is just a blank, but I get 1. So I'm kind of average driver on the cuff, which may or may not be good enough. So guys, I hope that helped illuminate further how the dice mechanics work in Dresden and Fate. And I look forward to sharing more of this game with you soon. Rhaegar out.